Hi, welcome back to Keep It Dirty, a podcast where my guests share their life living functionally and sustainably and the why behind their experiences navigating through our ever changing environment. I am your host, Leslie Dowling, and I'm a corporate speaker sharing how one can jumpstart your path to increase revenue and productivity through restorative health techniques. And today I will be making a guest appearance again, and I am syncing what I've been speaking into on my Instagram, doing reels about rebooting and resetting your mental and physical health, creating somewhat of a balance, because at the end of the day, are we really in true balance? That's what makes us humans. The scale is always going right and left, and there's really, honestly, I don't know. I'd love to know people that are in perfect balance all the time, because there are so many factors that fall under how we could be stressed during the day. It could be a loss of someone. It could be a loss of a relationship. It could be changes with our kids going through stress, which does have a trickling effect because they are so connected to us. And also just stressors in day-to-day life. And that's why I'm going to share today some of the tips that I try to stick to really optimize my health, to create that energy and revitalizing myself through resetting my circadian rhythm. Yes, that's the circadian rhythm. That is your sleep patterns. So, some of the biohacking tips are when we can, first of all, simple tips. Make sure you get so many glasses of water a day. Usually it's your total weight divided by 2, which say if it's, I don't know, 125 pounds or so, and then you divide that by 2, and then you figure out how many ounces of water you would need a day. You would divide that by 8. So for me, I try to do 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. Say if I'm 125 pounds, that's kind of the way you figure that out. And the day goes by quickly, right? So your day can fly by and you'll say, wow, I only had 2 glasses of water. But it is true, it is a fact that when you drink more water, not only are you flushing out the toxins in your system, but you have a more revitalized look because your skin is not deplete of water. So you look more refreshed. And also, it just moves your system and cleanses it. The other thing that I do, a lot of viewers ask me a question like, so what is your daily routine? I perfected this over 25 years after raising 3 sons and them coming back to me saying, Mom, thanks for all that you did, because now we are exercising every day, or we're doing the dipping into the frozen water or taking an ice bath, which my one son does. I don't say that's great for everybody, and you really have to check with your physician. So anything I'm giving you, any kind of tips that I'm doing, seek a physician first. I also believe that you need annual checkups. Even though I live very functionally, I do believe that functional and and looking into functional health, and also MDs can also help us. Say if we are acute in some sort of illness and we need medicine or we need an operation, I am not on the extreme of, no, you should not do that. No, seek physician's advice. Always, get an annual exam, get blood work if you're not feeling well, if you're out of breath. I mean, we all need to work together as a team, the functional versus the allopathic modalities. So let's get back to biohacking and tips and techniques. So backing it up, my usual day is I wake up in the morning. I try to get about 7 hours of sleep. That's what my body needs. And you'll see sometimes you just automatically wake up in the morning, or you set your intentions the night before, and then you say, I want to wake up at 7:30 or 8. boom, your eyes pop open and you look at your clock. I mean, how many times have you looked at it and it's literally 7:30 on the dot, or whatever your intentions were the night before? Brain is very powerful, and can do a lot of great things for you if you are positive. So I wake up in the morning, I come down in the morning, and I have my lemon water. I'll take about 6 ounces of water. I'll squeeze a quarter of a lemon in it. I get the organic lemons, because fruit, vegetables, they're all sprayed with pesticides. That's going to be a whole nother podcast episode where I'm going to speak about genetically modified foods, the sprays that are still on the vegetables and fruits that we can then ingest, which can offset our hormones. Yes, it can do that, among many other things. But so in the morning, I get my lemon water. I like it warm. That kind of refreshes and really detoxes the body. I wait about 10-15 minutes. I make my bullet coffee. Yes, write this down. My bullet coffee is about 1.5 teaspoons of ghee, 1.5 teaspoons of the coconut oil, about 2 dashes of turmeric, which is an anti-inflammatory, cinnamon, that's also excellent. Kind of like is a great way to cleanse your blood and refreshes your system, along with a little bit of raw honey. I get raw honey, and try to get the raw honey that is local to your area that you live in, because it does boost your immune system and it helps fight allergies. If you get the pollen that's from the bees from your area. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. And also try to get it in the raw instead of the one that looks really cute in the bare, form in a plastic tube that is not the best for you, because it's not all organic. It's not, in its more natural state. And after I do that, I put maybe a little bit of oat milk in, just to give it a little taste, like 2 tablespoons. And then I blend it for about 30 seconds. I have that because the coconut oil also speeds up your metabolism. And there's so many excellent properties for coconut oil and ghee. And then in the morning, if I don't have any conference calls, because I do have my own business, so if I do public speaking lectures, I try to do it later on in the afternoon or later on in the afternoon, morning. I will then work out for 45 to 60 minutes every morning. And I go on my YouTube and I work out with Growing Annis, I think is her name. She sounds like she's like either Norwegian or she has like an accent. So I'm not really sure where she's from, but I love her exercises. So what I'm saying basically is find something that works for you. We're all bio-individual. We all have a regime that we like to stick to, especially if you have to get up early in the morning. When I work corporate, I would work out at 5:30 or 6 in the morning, even though I wasn't a morning person, because I knew at the end of the day, I was too tired to go exercise. And they usually say it's great to boost your system and get it revved up earlier in the morning. So if you don't have time to work out and you have to be at work early, try to do a brisk 10-minute walk. Maybe get up 10-15 minutes earlier and then start your day. You'll feel like your brain has more clarity. And also bring for snacks some great protein, things that are going to last longer with your sugar levels so you're not spiking, like peanuts, like different nuts, cashews. I love all different types of nuts. And try not to get the salted and all the stuff with the spices, because that's more junk that you don't need in your system. So the cleaner you eat, the more you'll have your senses of smell, taste, hearing, energy level heightened. You see, Daisy feels the same way. So she says, two barks for you to get your day going by doing and making healthy choices, getting the exercise in, and stay tuned because I will be giving you more tips. And also, I will have links at the bottom of my podcast if you want to reach out to me. My website is www.eastwestfunctionaltraining.com, or you could leave a message on my Instagram handle, which is also East West Functional Training. And let me know what you'd like me to speak into. Do you have any questions? I mean, I've been there, done it. I've been studying this. I have my education behind me as a functional nutrition and lifestyle practitioner. I speak to organizations. I speak into all different things, like the fabric you have on your body is going to be another podcast, how it's offsets and gives off frequencies. So we are all energy and frequencies going. So our clothing also gives off energy. And when we are not wearing things that are natural, like flax, like bamboo, like cotton, and we have things like rayon on, our skin doesn't breathe. And some people are very sensitive to it, believe it or not. I'm also going to speak into environmental triggers with what we're putting on our skin, which is the largest organ. So there's just so many shares I will be talking about, and also the controversial 5G towers, everything to the smart devices, which is setting off frequencies that is creating a change and disturbance on our cellular level. It'll be really interesting to see in 25 years how these devices that we have on our hands, our fingers, our wrists, the smart watches, how that's going to affect us. And unfortunately, if you look at the statistics, glioblastoma cancer, which is a brain cancer, is on the rise. And unfortunately, they're detecting that the devices that we are listening to, speaking to people, the AirPods and all of that good stuff is having an effect on our brain, because we are just constantly either with a phone to our ear, and there are really crazy things going on with people with autoimmune illness on the rise. And where do you think that comes from? It has to come from somewhere. It just doesn't out of the norm. These stats, the numbers that are on the rise with autoimmune illness is there. So just keep your eyes open, listen, check out, Google things, be your own advocate to your own body, because we have one chance in life to get this right. So why not make lifelong changes? And for that, I hope you guys have a rest of an awesome day. I'd love to hear a little bit about what you think about my podcast. If you could click on the like and just share something that you'd like to know about or listen about functional health. Love to hear your feedback. Have a great day, and remember, keep it dirty and ground with Mother Earth.